Hello, sir. Welcome to the show, and a very big congratulations on your winning. I think
Thank you.
you would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure, definitely. My name is Venkatraman. By education, I'm a chartered accountant, but I don't do anything that I got educated for. In terms of business, I have been a serial entrepreneur. I have founded two startups. Startups is a word that everybody uses. Two enterprises. One was about 300 people and I sold it to an US company acquirer. The second one, which I sold in 2014, had 3,000 employees, team member size, and there are about 10 offices around the country. We were one of the largest domestic BPOs, which we sold to a UK acquirer who acquired us. And after that, I started what is known as YouTooCanRun.
Okay.
We are a one-stop shop for everything in running. We conduct some of the largest running events in the country, which are contracted basis. For example, we have done the Kalagnar Memorial Marathon in Chennai, which is the largest running event with 73,000 runners, which is a Guinness Book record. So we do running events all over the country. We have done about 2,000 running events around the country. That's the business background,
Yeah.
which is a one stop, and we do many other things around running. In terms of the education and qualifications, I am the country's first RRCA, Road Running Clubs of America certified race director. So in our country, there is no qualification, nothing like a race
Yeah.
director. So I went to the USA and I studied and I got myself certified, country's first certified race director. I'm also the country's first level 2 RRCA certified running coach.
Cool.
So what this means is that level 1 is like basic, level 2 is like serious. Okay?
Advanced. Yeah.
I'm the first level 2 running coach.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so those are the important qualifications that I'm taking. I am also the founder of Zippers Club. Zippers Club is my training group. So when I became a level 2 certified running coach, the question is that whom do I train? Correct?
Yeah.
What did I become a coach
Correct.
for? So I decided that I will not monetize the running coach service. I will only use it to train heart patients to run events. So my running group is called Zippers Club, and what we do is that we are all heart patients who run half marathons.
That's very thoughtful,
and
sir.
and it's probably the world's first and only running group that trains heart patients exclusively,
That's very
which I've been doing for the
thoughtful.
last about 10 or 14 years.
Yeah, I think
We run in Bombay. My oldest runner is 84 years of age and he runs half marathons. The
okay.
average, there are about 5 or 7 who are like 70 plus, and all of them run, walk, whatever it is, they complete half marathons.
Sir, I think that's a
Yeah.
great initiative that you
Thank
took.
you. Yeah.
And
So the idea is more evangelical, to be more this and to promote health and fitness
yeah,
into the community.
I mean, all praises and
Thank
appreciations
you.
for that,
Thank you. Thank
and certainly many accolades on your name.
Thank you.
So I think we shall move on from the
Sure.
very first question. That
Sure.
as a leader yourself with such high pressure, how do you like integrate well-being into your everyday life?
I I give about 1.5 hours every day for my this. 3 days a week, I am the trainer, where I
Okay.
train my trainees who are Zippers Club members to run half marathons and remain fit throughout
Yeah,
the year.
yeah.
Uh, as for myself, for the other 3 days, I have a strength and training coach who comes home. So 6 days a week, I am training for at least 1.5 to 2 hours on a regular basis.
That's lovely.
And if you take the total amount of time, that's not much. It's just like 10 hours or 12 hours in a week.
Yeah.
6 days if you do and 2 hours, it is 12 hours a week.
Correct.
Right? A week is 168 hours.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Clearly.
The question is that why are you not doing it rather than why are you doing it?
Yeah, correct. I agree.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so now moving to our next question, what's that one biggest fitness myth that you have busted for yourself?
So one of the biggest fitness myths is that I don't have time, which is everybody's excuse.
Which is an excuse.
Correct. So I do a lot of corporate presentations.
Yeah.
Corporates call me to give motivational talk because I underwent a bypass surgery.
Right.
And I run half marathons. I run about 170 half marathons after my surgery.
Okay.
And I've been running one every month kind of thing. So, in that one slide shows Chandrasekhar of now Tata Sons, it was TCS at that time, running a marathon. Okay, the slide used to be Anil Ambani earlier, but that's become a bad example now.
Yeah,
But it's Chandrasekhar now who's on the slide.
yeah.
And I ask the people, that if he, the head of the largest, Indian business conglomerate, can find time to train and run for marathons, he didn't just get up one day and run a marathon.
Correct.
Correct? He's training regularly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Correct? Those who are runners in Bombay can see him very often running on Marine Drive, Worli Seaface,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah,
Correct?
yeah.
It's a very common sight, and nobody stops, and it's like normal.
Yeah.
If we can find the time, then what's your excuse? Correct?
Yeah.
For me, after my bypass, I started running. Okay, so people used to come and ask me oh, after the bypass, are you running and all, and can I run? So I used to keep telling people that if after my bypass I can run, then
Why
you
not
too
you?
can run.
Correct.
Which is how I formed my company, You Too Can Run.
Yeah, yeah.
So the biggest myth is that you cannot run is a euphemism for fitness.
Right,
You can do
right.
Zumba, you can do weights, you can do whatever you want,
Yeah.
Pilates, whatever, yoga, whatever you want,
Yeah.
swimming, whatever you want. But the question is that you can do it. Time is just an excuse. It's just a question of priorities.
I think that just motivated me and the audience enough
Thank
to
you.
not procrastinate now.
Exactly.
And just go again and just start.
Yeah, correct.
So moving to the next question.
Hmm.
How has your definition of success evolved when you turned 40?
So one of the things I did when I turned 40, which is about 28 years back,
Yeah.
so sometimes I feel that whether it should be about 60, is that I took everybody, all my 40 friends, for a health checkup camp. I sponsored a health checkup.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I went to Hinduja Hospital in Mahim,
Yeah.
and I asked them how much people do you take for a full body checkup on a particular day. They said we take up to 40 people on a day because we can't do more than that.
Okay.
Just a number that 40 and
Correct,
kind of thing,
correct.
So I booked the entire place, and I told 40 of my friends we are going for a health checkup. Okay. So somewhere around that time, the question became about me being healthy versus making everybody healthy. Because we are ultimately in an ecosystem.
And,
If
yeah.
we make the ecosystem healthy, then we will also be healthy. We
Right.
cannot be singly healthy when the ecosystem is unhealthy.
Right.
For example, you got this right shift, and I did
Yeah.
a study about what this brand is.
Yeah, of
when
course.
I got this award and I want to know what is right shift, it is a move to become healthy.
Yeah.
Correct? It is a product that is aimed at making senior people and this healthier by giving them. Right. So the ecosystem has to change. If the ecosystem changes and everybody starts becoming healthy, then you
Correct.
become healthy. So
Correct.
YouTooCanRun is founded on that principle. We wanted to be an infrastructure player to promote running, because running is the most common sport. Anybody can run anytime.
Yeah, yeah.
Time of the day, place.
Right.
All you need is a pair of shorts and a pair of shoes.
Right.
And if you're like my friend Milind Soman, you don't even need shoes. You can
Absolutely.
run barefoot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if the ecosystem of running,
Yeah.
and that is why we became an ecosystem player rather than becoming an activation player, correct? So we enable running events, we enable corporate fitness, we enable trainers to train people better. So we are more of this. So that is what the business became.
Right.
So after 60, after 40, I started the change that happened is that if the ecosystem is healthy, then we will all be healthy.
That's a great learning, and I
Yeah.
think both are important. Like
Correct.
you being healthy simultaneously, making an environment, an
Correct.
ecosystem
Correct.
healthy. I think that's someone everyone should inculcate in their
Correct.
lives.
Correct.
All right, so moving to the next question. If you could share one fitness hack, your fitness hack to the audience, what would it be?
See, there are two. I personally believe that a lot of the unfitness or unhealthiness comes because of the food that we eat.
Yeah.
Of course, the air that we breathe is very polluted. The water that we drink is not
Right.
pure. The lifestyle that we lead is not good. So all those are there. But the single biggest determinant of good health, or this is the food that we eat.
Eating clean.
Eating clean.
Yeah.
So because that is what goes in. That is what becomes your body.
Right.
The food that your hair and my hair, it came out of the food that we ate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or my lack of hair rather. Comes out of the food that we ate. Okay. So that is what is important.
Yeah.
Now so therefore I started doing two things. They are both around food, the fit hack. Okay, that's why I asked for
Right.
two. The first thing that I started doing is that I started writing a food log.
Yeah.
So there is a management dictum that what you don't measure, you cannot manage. So
That's
I write a diary, and every day in the diary I write what I spend my time on, what I spend my money on, and what I spent my food on, or rather what I consume during the day. So what happens is that every day there's accountability. Every day I'm writing down and I'm keeping a track. It doesn't mean that I don't go out and binge, or I don't have a rasgulla, or I don't have a
Of course.
rasmalai, or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
But I write it down.
It's just keeping a balance.
Yeah, I keep a balance. So I write it down. Correct. So it doesn't mean that I'm like a sage eating carrots and cabbages all day. Correct.
Right.
It's not like that.
Right.
But the question is begins a certain amount of discipline, because the dictum goes that what you don't measure you cannot manage, and what you measure, the measurement itself changes it. So by writing down every day, I am keeping myself in control.
I think that's rightfully said, and I think each one of us should inculcate this. There are so many learnings to get from you, sir.
The second thing that is related to food, again, fitness hack, is that I became, about 10-15 years back, I became a vegan.
Okay.
Plant-based. Okay?
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't mean that I don't have an occasional omelette, or I don't have an occasional milk product.
But you would prefer that.
I'm not like a rabid vegan. Okay? I'm like a more accommodative vegan.
Right.
Okay, some people call me, the vegans accuse me of being a convenient vegan.
That's a new term.
Yeah, we are vegan when it's convenient. Okay?
Yeah.
But I became largely plant-based. I mean, mostly plant-based. I make my own milk and stuff like that. Okay. So the thing is that plants are the original source of energy.
Yeah.
Everything else is derived from the plants.
Right.
The processed food, the meat, the egg, everything comes from a plant, because the plant converts the sun's energy into food for you. So my simple logic was, why should I have a Xerox of a Xerox?
100%. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I should have the original energy source, which is plants.
Yeah.
So that is what. So that was a very big hack that really made a big change in my life.
That's very insightful, sir.
Thank you.
There's a lot of information I think this entire anecdote of yours had.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for sharing that. Coming to the next question, sir, what's that one piece of advice you would like to give young professionals who say that I don't, like young professionals in a corporate who say I don't have time for fitness. So is there any advice for them?
Yeah, sorry. So again, I go back to that picture of Chandrasekhar running.
Oh yeah.
The chairman of Tata's can run and he can find time. He was having wedding invitations, collaborator meetings, bank loans, board meetings, and so many things. His wife must also be making demands on him. His children must be wanting to get into phone calls with him and all that. Everybody has that kind of pressures. But if he can find that time, then there is no excuse why he can't find that time.
Why not then?
In fact, I am a Thai charter member, the Indus Entrepreneurs. And one of the breakfast meetings that we should sponsor every year was why every entrepreneur must run.
Okay.
So the idea is that the startup ecosystem must become healthy.
Right.
So we always took a ecosystem view of everything that we did. So the startup ecosystem must have healthy startup founders. Today, if we are having business leaders who are winners in this Fit 40 over 40, then they must all be healthy. If they are healthy, they have a demonstration effect, which means that if I am healthy, then my employees will be
Even
healthy.
you would be healthy. Yeah. That's very mindful, actually. That's very thoughtful.
They'll be healthy. If everybody is healthy, then the organization will be healthy, because they will not be tired, they will not be sick, they will not lagav dandi, they will not remain absent, and all these kind of things will happen. Organization will be healthy. If the organization is healthy, it will do better. Everyone will benefit from the organization doing better. So one of the things that we do is that we have a digital platform called ActiveOra. We make corporate wellness apps.
Okay.
And my single question when I start my meeting for a corporate wellness is that I ask, do you know your corporate BMI? Body mass index.
Yeah.
Which is height and weight.
Right.
Correct? Today, everybody has got a dashboard for everything.
Of course.
The sales and HR and attrition and absenteeism and goods in stock and inventory. Everything has got a dashboard. Everything is digitized. But does your corporate have a corporate BMI? Do you know what is the average BMI of your organization?
Okay.
We enable that.
This is something
and then things around that. So we feel that this is something that every business leader, every startup founder, every young person must inculcate.
Right.
What is your corporate BMI?
Right.
Which is what we enable.
This is something very new, and I think not many people know about this. So I think kudos for that, sir.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of the conversation.
Thank you.
And so it was really pleasure having you, and very informative conversation. A lot of things to have learned from you. So thanks a lot for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me as a winner. Thank you.
Thank you. Likewise, pleasure is all ours.